I'm Richard Roeper, and coming up, the Twilight Saga's Robert Pattinson is a lost boy of a different kind in Remember Me, my review right now. Film critics always have very definite opinions about every movie we see, and I've got a lot of opinions about Remember Me, but I'm still kind of torn about how I ultimately feel about this very dark film.
It's very important that you do it.
Officer, those two were just trying to stop it.
Go home. Hey, don't.
Could do worse than have a father who bails you out of jail.
I don't want to be bailed out of anything.
Now, from the posters, you might think that Remember Me is another one of those youth romances, but this is a movie that starts with a murder and ends with, well, I'm going to get to the ending in a little bit. Robert Pattinson, the guy for the Twilight movies, I'm not sure if this kid can act. He kind of leads with his hair and his brooding stare. He plays Tyler. He's a brooding young man who's simmering with resentment and anger and prone to fits of violence. But he finds a soulmate in Allie, who is also known tragedy, and they kind of bond together. Allie's played by Emily DeRaven from Lost. She's very good here.
I don't date sociology majors.
Lucky for you, I'm undecided.
About what?
Everything.
You've got Pierce Brosnan as Tyler's father. Now, Brosnan's character is very successful, very wealthy, but he's distanced himself from the family after Tyler's older brother committed suicide. Everybody in this movie is dealing with lots of demons and anger and issues of resentment. You get Chris Cooper. He plays the overprotective cop who is the father to Emily DeRaven's Allie. He's got a lot of issues. He's never recovered from the murder of her mother 10 years prior. As all this stuff comes to a head, there are lots of scenes that are a little bit too melodramatic, lots of scenes of violence. The problem, too, is with Chris Cooper's character and with Robert Pattinson's character, some of their violence is aimed at either women or children, and no matter how bratty those kids are, it's kind of a jarring, disturbing scene that takes us out of empathizing with the characters. And then we get to the ending of this movie. It's shocking. I didn't see it coming. I think viewers are either going to be deeply moved or outraged. I kind of felt a little bit of both. So I got to say, Remember Me is a noble experiment. I'm going to say it's a near miss. A lot of interesting issues, some great performances here, but ultimately I felt the screenplay was too manipulative, too melodramatic. I give this movie a C+. I'm Richard Roeper. You can get all my reviews at richardroeper.com.